The issue between Wizkid and Seun Wood, I've watched closely within this recent days how some people, you know, are either standing up for Wizkid or, in defense of Seun Wood. But one thing is very certain. If Fela was to be alive today, he would have disciplined both Wizkid and Seun Wood. You know why? Fela wasn't a person who is used to, you know, the braggadocios of online bullying and all the hellings that go on online, social media. No, Fela was a movement. It was a confrontation to the oppressors. You know, he confronted oppressors, not on the social media, not on the pages of Twitter and all of that. So it would be degrading to watching, his own son with another son of his, because via the testimonies of Fela's children, you understand that when they were growing up, they didn't just have their brothers, blood related brothers and sisters around them. They had other children from other side who Fela adopted as his own child, caring for them. So if he was to be alive today, he would have disciplined these two guys for degenerating to this level, bringing his name into the mud on social media. That is not what he represents. Like I said earlier, if anybody who you care to ask, they will tell you Fela wasn't just an entertainer, he was a movement, he was a confrontation to the oppressors. You know, uh, he challenged authorities and spoke truth to power. He was a general in the field of struggle. So he represented a lot of things, and he wouldn't have watched you guys out of your, both of you seem to be childish because people have argued what actually led to this whole issue. This whole scenario started when Seun Kuti started calling out Wizkid fans and all of that, and saying, "Don't compare my father to Wizkid." For God's sake, it is demeaning for you to even bring such topic to the social media. Because if you watch the life of Wizkid, you will know that he worships Fela as an idol. You understand? The young man worships Fela as an idol, having a tattoo of your dad's on his body and all of that. But you must recognize that time has changed also. You're talking to a multitude of Gen Z's followership who don't even know whom your father was. They only heard about him and his exploit. Their new god now and their new mafia is Wizkid. So you trying to, overflow the issue to explain to them how your father is greater than their own father, as they call him, a big Wiz. It's demeaning because they are never in the same category. And that is where we expected that the family of Seun will have called him to order, especially the elders there, and say, "Don't rub the name of our fathers in the mud." They will have told him pop and clear. Not now that the sisters begin to shout up and down, to say Wizkid, your father and your mother. It's not that. This is not the time to speak. We expected you to have spoken to Seun when he started degenerating and bringing your father's name to the mud by comparing your father with Wizkid. It is disrespectful, and we expected that family members who were senior to Seun will have called him to order before this thing got out of hand. For Wizkid to have responded so disrespectfully the way he did. So right now, the people who are on Wizkid's side, the people who are on Seun's side, are doing them no favor. They are doing those guys, both of them, no favor. Because it's not about them. It's about the lifetime and struggle of an icon. Not just an icon in the entertainment industry, but he was an icon fighting for the common man on the street, fighting for the betterment of Nigeria. And such people deserve to be respected even when they are gone. Seun was wrong in his approach in starting the fight. More so, Wizkid was very wrong to have dragged the name of his idol. Because, as I said earlier, Fela is like an idol to Wizkid. Anybody who you don't idolize, you wouldn't have the tattoo of the person on your body. So he was wrong in drifting from seeing Fela as that icon and idol who he adores to begin to, get out of hand and be childish in response to Seun. Shouldn't he have responded to Seun? Yes, he would have. But he will have let that slide to his management and also take it up with elders, you know, in their cultural background. Because Yoruba have deep respect for their culture and elders. Whatever you do, both of you guys, don't drag the name of Fela to the mud. And that is what I expect that the elders in Seun's family should have done before now. Call them to order and ensure that the name of this icon, the name of this gallant general is protected and his legacies are appreciated. Until I come your way again, this is Frida's Diary. Have a nice day.